r/ask Reddit. People who had paranormal experiences, what's your story? Before we start, please hit the like and subscribe button for more similar contents. When I heard the knob fall, I terrifyingly looked over and no one nor I had ever actually seen it fall before. Since the door was old, the knob kept the mechanism latched so the door wouldn't open. Since the knob was out, the door creaked open like in a horror movie. At this point I was so scared I couldn't move or scream or do anything. My dog at this point of whining very loud but not loud enough for my parents in their room to hear, then she stopped. Just stopped. I looked at the open closet door and saw a small, frail boy with a very large head. All of him was black except for where his eyes should be. He slowly turned and looked at me and I didn't feel fear, I felt devastation. I felt the most extreme anger and sadness and intense emotions I have ever felt. It wasn't natural. After what seemed like forever, I bolted out of my room, sobbing, and ran to my parents. My parents never let me sleep with them, so my father took me back to bed and waited until I fell asleep. From then on, I would throw actual fits if I wasn't allowed to stay the night at my grandparents'. On nights I had to stay home, the same experience would happen every single night. I wouldn't sleep if I stayed at my house, so my parents gave in and let me stay with my grandparents most nights. It got to the point where my mom was telling my godmother what was happening and she offered to bless the room as she was a devout Catholic. After this, things got better for about a week and then all collapsed into the same horror show every night. My parents aren't very religious but eventually decided to test it out for themselves. My mother stayed in my room one night and decided that we needed to move the next day. I've never seen that little boy again, but the thought of it brings me to tears. I don't know what it was. I believe in the supernatural. It's kind of hard for me not to. I wasn't the only one to experience this. My old house was tested for any kind of leaks or slow poisoning and was clear. After selling it, we found out that the people that lived there refused to use that room, which I found interesting because they never knew what had happened. TLDR, I was terrorized every night by a little ghost boy who was a dark shadow with a large head and translucent/glowing eyes. After months, my parents finally believed me and we moved out after a blessing did seemingly nothing.